Welcome to Weekly Wedding Cake Business Tips. Hi, I'm Jenny, and I help wedding cake makers be better business owners. So, thank you for being here. Okay, today I want to talk about how to make a little bit of extra cash flow when it's slow. Now, where I live, it's dark, it's gloomy, it's cold, and no one's getting married right now. So, what usually happens, the way that I run my business, is during the busy season, that's when you stockpile all your money, and that gets you through the winter months. But sometimes things come up. Sometimes you have extra expenses that you weren't counting on. I know for me, I had one like every week this past year. I'm so glad 2025 is over. So many surprises that I was not ready for. And this has happened before during COVID. We had times when we lost our business, times were tough, and we had to make some money. So I'm going to give you my three top ways to make money during the slow season. Okay, so now you are hopefully still booking weddings right now, so you are collecting deposits, but sometimes you need a little bit more than that. Okay, so the first one that you can do is you can do a pop-up. So if you're baking out of your home kitchen, or even if you have a commercial kitchen, you can just announce over Facebook or Instagram that you're going to have a little pop-up where between 2 and 4 on Saturday you're going to have it's basically a little bake sale. And what you can do is you can make really anything you want. This does not have to be cakes. You can make any kinds of baked goods, any kind of savory food too. I did quiches one year. And this is a great way to make some extra money. You just, like I said, announce it on Facebook. You just kind of have to guess what to make. It's better to run out than to have too much extra. So I would start, if you're going to do it more than once, maybe start on the conservative side and then go from there. But just announce that you're going to have a little bake sale, maybe take some pictures of what you're going to bake or do some behind the scenes posts of what you're going to be making. And this is really cool because I don't know about you, but I only make wedding cakes. So this is a great opportunity for me to see people in my community because most of the people that come to me are from out of town. So this is a great way to meet with my community, a great way to get your name out there if you're just starting, a great way to just meet people and get your personality out there and show what the quality of your work is. And it's fun. It's actually really fun. And I will tell you a little story during COVID. That wasn't fun, but the day that it was a Monday, the day that we got notice that all events were shut down. Now, I only do events, so that's 100% of my income. And I am 100%, like, I provide 100% of the income for my household. So I was like, oh no, we're in trouble. So the next day, my daughters were, I don't know, 12 and 15 at the time. I was like, girls, I'm going to the store. When I get back, get dressed. We're going to go have a bake sale. So I bought a ton of ingredients, came to the kitchen. We made everything that we could think of that would sell, that we thought people would buy. And we just posted it on Facebook and we had lines out the door. It was so fun. It was so exciting. It's not the type of thing that's sustainable because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of hours, and it's not sustainable as a business on its own. But we made enough money to make grocery money for the whole month. So that's one. Let's see. So the next one that you can do is you can do fundraisers, and this is a little bit similar to the pop-ups, except you're partnering with a other organization that you're going to help raise funds for, and you're going to help do this by making cakes or making whatever you want to make. So for me, I did this for my daughter's school, for her high school. We did over Valentine's Day, we made Valentine's cakes. So whenever someone ordered a cake, they were all pre-ordered, so I knew exactly what I was making. There was no waste. Again, it's a lot of work, and it's not sustainable as a business on its own, or else I would do it. But it was great to raise money for that time. So everything was pre-ordered. People would come pick up their cake, and then um, people from the school volunteered with pickup, so that was great. And again, it was fun. You can show off what you make. You can meet people that you may not have met otherwise. It's a great way to get your name out there in the community, and it's just excellent networking. And again, they would pay for the cake, and then the way that we did it is the school would get a percentage of the funds, and they did all the ordering. I didn't even have to do the ordering. I helped promote it, and I made all the cakes. That was it. Like the whole, the school, the volunteers for this fundraiser promoted the whole thing, and they took all the orders and then just gave me the orders. So it was a lot of work. And again, it's not sustainable as a business, but if you need to raise some extra money and if you want to raise some money for a good cause that's in your area, that's a great way to do it. Okay, and then the last one is something that I've been doing for years as well. Is I have cake decorating classes in my kitchen. Now I happen to have a commercial kitchen, so I can fit up to about 8 people here. So it might not be for everybody, or if you don't have your own commercial kitchen, you might be able to partner up with someone that does. And oh, that's my refrigerator that just got clicked on. I hope it's not too noisy. So what you do is, again, this can be promoted on Facebook events. This can be promoted on Instagram, and I just have a link to Square where on my website, and then that goes, through Square. So like people just pay for it on my website. And this one right now, I'm running a little class for vintage cake decorating. I've also done layering and filling cakes and smoothing cakes, and it's really fun. People love to do that. People love to see the kitchen. They love to see where you work. So people come in, and you can really teach them anything you want. If you don't want to do cakes, if you can want to teach them sugar flowers or wafer paper flowers or anything else that you do. A lot of people do buttercream flowers. I wish I could. I'm not very good at it, but buttercream flowers, if you want to teach people how to do that. People love learning things, and especially during the winter, there's nothing to do if you're not a skier like me. I'm an indoor person in the winter, so things like that are really fun, and it's great for Galentine's, a girls' thing. If people want to get together, it's great for kids. It's great for really for anybody, couples, anything. You can come up with anything. So it's a way to get creative, and these are 3 ways that you can bring in some extra cash when you need it, in between booking your clients and all those things. So that's what I have for you today for our weekly tip. So if you do want to dive deeper, I go very light on these tips. These are just like little quick ones that you can apply right away. But if you want to go deeper, I do one-on-one coaching. I also have my Wedding Cake Business Academy coming out soon to teach you start to finish how to run a successful wedding cake business. And if you have any tips, if you have any ways that you have been making cash over the slow season, drop it in the comments. I would love to see it. Okay. And then if you have anything that you would like me to cover during one of these weeks, just let me know that, and I'm happy to. All right. So thank you for being here, and we'll see you next week. Okay. Bye.